Spike down B.
Poison orb emitting.
Last player standing.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Recalling my bot. Alarm bot out.
Spike planted.
Shot that.
Last player standing. Flawless.
That's
You're
amazing.
actually
They
dumb.
just don't hear anything. They just think we're silent people. All right. One thing I am worried about is if we see this wall coming from Night Watch, this wall isn't covering heaven.
Take flight.
That is true. This
Like, I
drone
don't.
coming out, the wall early invested actually onto that B side, and they're seeming to choose to hold it with 2 players actually. And what I'm mainly concerned about is that mid space control. With so much util invested onto that mid, yet we need to have at least one person holding mid. That just doesn't seem like a good spread of util. And Nightwatch can just easily walk up A main with no pressure every single round.
Portal closed.
I think what Mei-Mei Gaming need to do is they need to get this chamber on a deep, deep angle in B. He's getting angles which are like in B main, but he actually needs to go further, like into garage, and like push their spawn so then he can tell his team to go hold the other side. Because right now, all Nightwatch are doing, they're just walking on the site, getting the bomb down, and we have a triple sentinel comp. We shouldn't be letting this happen.
Now again, forced into a retake setup. Numbers in favor of Mei-Mei Gaming though. KJ, I don't want to butcher that name, but putting in massive work actually, getting 3,
One enemy remaining.
looking for more. Traded out by Alani Master and the last one killed by Chamber. A good conversion with guns, but overall, space on the site was just given way too easily. Like you kind of see how off the start of the round, we have that Chamber, right? Like with the chamber sentry, and also with the KJ turret being invested onto mid, we still need another person there. That Viper orb is really the key factor here, just putting so much pressure on Mei-Mei Gaming to have multiple players holding that mid line.
Yeah, I just want to see Mei-Mei Gaming just they won that round because they had better weapons. Now we're in like an even buy round. I'm worried. If they commit this wall early towards B again, they're gonna have nothing for the retake, and they're playing retake every round. And they've just
Oh, it
left.
seems like they're looking for the fight though. Solo fight taken by Mei-Mei Gaming, and they're already down one player. Nightwatch choosing to fight up on that B line and push everybody back. Chamber now forced back onto that site hold where he has no info and no util to hold for that second fight. And again, we could see that just that solo A player having to hold the pressure while that mid is just not clear. Two players onto the backside though, spotted.
Yeah, here, Nightwatch, they just get the site for free again. Glitchy with a nice lurk into mid. But again, Hyuna is what I'm going to say. They're just sitting back site and they are stuck. They have no confidence to take these early fights. And they have no support. They're just going to sit back site. They're going to try and play off their util. But Nightwatch are just overrunning them. Now Glitchy,
And I mean,
he got
with
that
30
lurk.
seconds left.
And it's over.
30 seconds left, it's like there's just nothing he can do. 1v4 situation. And with that lurk, with that implant onto mid, there's not much
Spike planted.
counterplay
Toxin screen
that can be
down.
done at this point. Like, again, the main issue is just that early control is being lost. We're losing picks, and the A space is just way too easy despite that 3 sentinel comp, which should be their strong side on that defensive half, just not being utilized properly in any of these fights.
Yeah, what I need to see an adjustment from Mei-Mei here. What I want to see is I want to see a Viper back yellow playing off their one-way orb, having that molly, and also having the Killjoy there to support. We should know that this wall is bad on B. We can play in Nest on B for free because it's not being smoked off. So I
And
want
you
the
could already
Killjoy
see
there,
here.
I want the Viper there. And I want to change up the chamber and like have them fight aggressive towards A. Make Nightwatch use early util to clear
And
the A space.
especially with that 3 centi comp, you really don't want to have the enemy team collect the snowball early, because once that tempo is hit, right, like we can see a lot of the centis playing back a lot more now, taking more laid back positions, right, where they're playing not for the hold or the early aggro, but instead playing for a lot of like late game retakes, right? Which is a problem because if you're gonna run triple center, you need more space, you need to have more control, force more util, so that these executes are a lot harder to pull off.
And
And
yeah,
again,
I don't know what Mei-Mei Gaming are doing here. We're fighting aggressive towards B, but we're doing it by ourselves. If we want to do that, we need teammates to support us. And look, our poor Viper is just getting run over on site because the Sage decided to fight while the Viper's sitting back site. I don't know, reading a magazine. We're not doing anything to help the team.
now again, look at that late lurk coming out from Nightwatch Gaming through that Viper, just able to go through everything, even though that still 2 centis are up and ready.
Toxins going up.
Maybe ready just aren't ready. First pick, second pick, third one for Bishop. Looking for that forward.
Toxin
And he
screen
converts on
down.
the kill. Toxic. That Viper's hit already in hand to secure any rounds they need. It's just the game plan here is kind of screwed. Like, you have that triple centi, but there's no space being taken. And honestly, it doesn't seem like Nightwatch are meeting much resistance, if any.
Yeah. Mei-Mei Gaming, they need to call a timeout here. They need to discuss what they need to change. And what they need to change is they need to just start actually fighting for the site space. They need to start playing around yellow, around like B site, and try to deny this bomb plant from going down. But now they're just heavy mid.
Poison's off.
And again, Toph being caught off early round and just giving Nightwatch so much space around the map, forcing the rest of the players to spread thin.
Yeah, I don't know if Toph has a challenge to get the most first deaths in the
One
league,
enemy remaining.
but he's going for it. And we are just getting picked off, and it's just... We're not playing together as a team, and we're not playing Icebox anywhere near the way Icebox should be played.
Like, I do think, oh, kind of unfortunate with that shot there. Like, I do think the way Toph is approaching this, trying to make that adjustment to take early fights, is a fair approach, but there needs to be some support from the back line, right? We need to have multiple players fighting up while we have a solo Senti holding the site. Because right now we have almost one Sova holding the entirety of A side, while the rest of the Sentis are spread thin.
Yeah, we can't just let them fight. And again, look at our B setup. We don't have a B setup. We're just going to sit back and let them hit us again. Because we're not playing to counter them.
I watched
playing to
this
hold.
round, choosing to maybe go for a fast A hit with that late. Their first pick goes to Mei-Mei Gaming though. Numbers in a long time and already a 5v3. The early fight paying off for them.
Yeah, this is good from Mei-Mei Gaming. We called to 3 fight into A main, and since we're 3, we actually win the fights. We end up getting the 2 picks, and now Glitchy is put in a very bad spot where he's forced to get these extra fights. He's forced to speed up his lurk and try and find a pick here.
And now you could really kind of see that Nightwatch Gaming choosing not to really rush anything right now, taking their time to regroup, look for early picks around the map. Oh,
Toxins going
never
up.
mind. Might be a false call there.
Glitchy missed a massive timing to kill the AFK Killjoy who
seconds left.
disconnected from the game. But now, if we
Glitchy
look, we're just running on
And
the
the turret
side.
is there. It's good. The spots are over. 4v2 situation here for Mei-Mei Gaming. The utilities there, the
Last player standing.
site stall, and just shut down. I mean, we're preserving that op into that next round, and we have finally one round where we figured that fight out, right? A lot of good adjustments coming out from Mei-Mei Gaming that round. The only thing that is kind of worrying me is that normally for Nightwatch, they like to run a deep B lurk, or like they like to push somebody off the B line, and there's not really an answer for that at the moment, right? Choosing to instead invest that op into that mid side to try to push off the Viper lurk early. And another really fast fight coming out here from Nightwatch Gaming onto that A side, refighting this.
Here, Nightwatch, they just need to back off. Or not Nightwatch. Maybe just need to back off and then play for this Killjoy ult. They have a perfect opportunity to Killjoy ult. And Nightwatch have decided to 5-man rush onto the A site. They do
Now
get the
Viper's
ult
Fist going
down, but they're in massive danger to this Killjoy ult. And they need an answer.
The KJL is placed
Spike planted.
in unison with the Soul. An interesting choice coming out, but I guess a bit of site info. I'm not too sure if the intention was there. Slowly looking for picks. First pick, second pick. 5v3 situation for
No, we're
Mei-Mei
not gonna
Gaming.
find
The Viper is not found
We're not
yet,
found the
though.
Viper.
And the map is still deep inside, and oh,
We didn't clear the Viper.
One enemy remaining.
the
Oh
Viper's
my
still in
goodness.
this pit. Glitchy doing all he can to keep Nightwatch in this round, and just overall fighting out of that Viper's pit and completely shut down by Nightwatch.
Mei-Mei make a massive mistake. We have the Killjoy ult. We see 2 get detained. We have to push into the Viper's ult. That's the time we take it down. And we ran into it, but we just didn't clear out the Viper. We needed to realize that, clear it out thoroughly. Make sure that Viper pit goes down. Then we have the wall. We put up the wall, we stick the bomb, and we're good. But we just
And now already in
didn't grab them.
succession, you can see 2 massive ults being used and a third one from this chamber to look for value here. And Glitchy just super comfortable playing that up angle. While on the other hand, Mei-Mei forced to push out even though that Yuto's still alive. This lurk is just putting so much pressure It is shut down though. 4v4 situation.
Yeah, I'm
New
not sure
core
what the
members.
Killjoy's doing there. They decide to not play off their turret, which really impacts them. They should be swinging off their turret in that situation.
Looking. Oh, back into this game of TP Flash coming out from Mori here. Gets that first pick, but quickly traded by Mei-Mei Gaming's Chamber. And I'm sorry if I don't call them by their names. I'm not too familiar. And I can't read. I'm not gonna lie.
Good night. Watch, you're just gonna get a free sight here. It looks like the Sova's barely gonna stop this.
2 players, and just look at Mei-Mei Gaming fully spread thin.
30 seconds
So,
left.
on the other hand, we see a massive
Spike
gap
down
forming
A.
actually.
I feel like this is a mistake from Azora here. We really should have been covering our planter.
One enemy
And now we're in
remaining.
deep trouble because, yeah, they get the fast retake. Azura there really should be covering the planter. Needs to just stick with them until the bomb's down, then they're safe. Then you can go take the extra space.
Yeah,
But
it
we just
really
didn't do
seems
that.
like a communications issue, being able to communicate with your teammates and get things through, right? Making sure that they're being covered. Like the game plan there for Night Watch was good, though. It was just the execution was a bit lacking in that department. But now coming into this round, we have the massive KO wall here, still lurking in the background for Night Watch Gaming. They could choose to use at any time to shut down all of that Senti util that's been pressuring them on the map, or at least is supposed to pressure them. First spot coming out for Chamber forced to push out onto the angle. Mei-Mei Gaming again, 3 backside, 1 snowman, ready for that hard sight hold. Repositioning now onto that snow angle. And just fully ready for this retake already. The spike is trying to be planted, and no bomb denial here.
Yeah, that KO really did screw the bomb denial, but Mei-Mei had a good read into this. They had all 3 here already. They have this wall. This is the key thing though. They need to get this wall
And that
down and they
slow
need to
right there,
protect the
that slow
diffuser.
is huge. Mei-Mei Gaming just slowly creeping up here. Toph getting ready for this early fight. That first pick coming
One
through. Toph
enemy
gets
remaining.
1 as well. And trades are just going Mei-Mei Gaming's way. But Silver's
We're
still
too kill
alive.
hungry.
Nor hunting with 20 HP left. Able to convert on the kill.
Hey, Mei-Mei,
And-
that was very winnable. I mean, they did win it, but I feel like they got a little over aggressive there. The Sage realistically is the one who needs to be sticking that bomb, who needs to prioritize the objective. No matter what, it doesn't matter how many you kill, how sick your clip is, you got to defuse the bomb, and it feels like they're a bit kill hungry there.
Especially
Toad-
with that wall not coming down early on. Like that wall could have created so much more pressure to peek out for yellow, right? That wall just not being invested in. Overall communications is kind of wonky. But slowly though, clawing the way back, Mei-Mei Gaming into this game. Nightwatch having that ult on Tamori. Drilled early to push off any A aggression, not that there has been the past few rounds. Tamori now investing that ult. A dimensional drift moving into the site now. Across both walls.
I'm
And you
just
can
really
just see
confused.
that
Yeah.
fully.
We're just not on the
Mei-Mei Gaming
side.
completely giving the site, completely giving all the space up. And Moore's just comfortable.
And now
to
Nightwatch just have
take a
full
few seconds of
util.
time.
They have full util to play this post plant because they use the Yoru wall. This is really concerning from Mei-Mei. I don't know why we're not playing into it more. I guess
No,
we trust the
with
wall for
that-
the retake.
With that wall retake plus the man advantage, it's gonna be really hard for Nightwatch to actually contest for this stick here.
We cannot let
Nowhere to go.
They get it great.
3K.
Last
And
round
trades
before
are
the
gonna
switch.
go down. And the Nightwatch made it like a pretty close trade battle, but Forge is able to rip through that, completely dismantle Nightwatch's hold.
I feel like Nightwatch there just need to realize that, oh, alright, they're gonna be playing full retake. We have no resistance on the site. we need to take that extra space. We need to have that Yoru still play deep because they just all run off site and they don't have any
Poison orb
actual
emitted.
stoppage power on the initial retake.
Mei-Mei Gaming choosing to go for another really hard alien and A fight here,
You should
which
run.
is odd considering that their defaults have been the things that have been winning them rounds. With that ult being invested onto A site already down numbers after that first engagement onto Rafters.
What I'm looking for here is aggression. Will Nightwatch fight them early? And it looks like they are. They've realized that that wall was what cost them in that last round. So now, look, the Sova fighting aggressive. And the Yoru in an aggressive spot. We're not going to let them get this wall down for free.
Last player standing.
Although we
Really
will
tough
lose
getting that
every
first pick.
fight.
And just completely
get one up.
dismantling Nightwatch Gaming, tying the score up 6-6.
Long.
Very good recovery from Mei-Mei here.
And coming from a 5-1 deficit, able to claw it their way
Switching
back
sides.
into the 6-6 half.
But now, looking onto their attack, I'm seeing that they're going to struggle here. They have no duelist to entry. They have triple sentinel, so Nightwatch aren't going to flank them, but can that hold up? Can we actually take the site as a team? Because right now, I think Nightwatch are just going to hold every single site and not let them through.
Yeah, I mean, Nightwatch Gaming, they're really interesting how like midway through they kind of seem to be tilting. I'm not really too sure what's that about. But it really does seem like they chose to just hard commit into those like full site executes instead of playing that calm default that they were playing the whole round. Back on the topic, moving back into the game. Mei-Mei Gaming here on
Taking
the
early aim
offense.
in.
Amen has already been taken with the bomb, leading onto that B side.
If you look, we are ready to hold this on Nightwatch. We have
A
3
full
here
B space actually
already.
though. B space being fully given up here.
It is a
Nightwatch do
concern, but it
see
looks like the Viper's going to fight it and make sure to call one over if he gets scared at all.
Poison's off.
Oh, and the chamber's got an
Nightwatch do see
alert
the
into A. The gap wasn't being
wow,
held
and that's a
for.
really deep A site kill. And that just creates so much pressure on their other players to be able to hold space fast.
And now they speed up towards B, and it's just a free plant. And now Nightwatch are in a very bad spot. It's looking like they're not going to be able to win this round.
Turret here getting a kill. Good work, I guess. At least the bots are shooting. It's good to see.
Bot coming back.
Moving in here right now, Nightwatch on that retake 3v5 situation. Full post-map setup with those 2 mid lurks. But
Oh, he's sticking the bomb. Guys, he's sticking the bomb. He sticks the bomb. Oh my goodness. Where is the util? Where is the hell?
Actually costing them there by stopping any of the mid players from having any impact on that fight.
Wow, we just let them walk up and just stick the bomb. We cannot let that happen, Mei-Mei. Although it was a good round. They found the gap. They found the pick. But they just didn't hold the bomb.
Yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what's going on there, but
What I am concerned for here, though, is that Mei-Mei are going to struggle on this attack side, and them losing that pistol may shake them off. Now, Glitchy is backing off the site, but this is going to be really hard for Mei-Mei to hold. Because they can't take any deeper space. They can't be aggressive with how they fight. And they will get the bomb down. But yeah, just a nice flash. And all of a sudden, Nightwatch have full util to retake this site. And they are going to be confident. They have the orb. They're going to be able to cross in towards yellow. And now look, the Yoru's running up with the Sova. And Mei-Mei are in shambles. And they're going to build this Yoru wall as well.
done here.
So what I'm questioning here is how do Mei-Mei actually attack?
My quiver
They
is
found the pick on the pistol, and then they got the free plant on B. That was a good round strategy from them, but now what can they do in the actual rounds? What can they consistently do to win these rounds on their attack? Because this triple sentinel comp doesn't give me much hope. And the killjoy has disconnected again. Looks like we're going to get a tech pause coming in. But mainly what I want to see from Nightwatch is I want to see them take aggressive fights, right? The Mei-Mei only have the Sova to clear out space. So I want this KO and this Yoru to combo together. Let's throw a flash into main for the Yoru to then peek off from like pipes or under pipes. Let's get aggressive towards B. Let's force them into these awkward angles because they have very limited utility.
Hoping into this match here. 3-player pressure onto the A side though. This seemed to be a really big fight here on Rafters. Really big early aggression. 3v3 on that A side, while the other 2 players contesting for that other space. You can kind of see how Nightwatch here are a lot more comfortable just leaving that mid space with that turret.
Toxin screen down.
The first pick do
Yeah.
go to Mei-Mei.
Poison orb emitted.
Nightwatch, they get aggressive. I don't mind it from the Sova. The Sova needs to find info. He's trying to get into deep B main so his teammates can all rotate over to A. And now the counter picks come back towards A. The chamber is over peaked and paid the price. There was 3 towards A. Now they're going to insta rotate B because this is exactly what they did on the pistol. Mei-Mei walked up A, got the pick, insta rotated B, and now Nightwatch know that, and they're going to be B, and they are ready for this plan.
Planted.
And Yoru finds a pick on one of the lurks. All of a sudden, 3v4 for Mei-Mei, and this is their buy round. They need to hold this down, and Nightwatch have pretty good utility. They have 2 flash agents. They have killjoy mollies.
I mean, the man advantage already being cancelled out here. By Mei-Mei Gaming, 3v3 situation. That is down.
Last
Oh,
player
taking
standing.
that first pick, taking that second kill and getting that kill. 1v2 situation, low HP, Yukio, 2 minute aimers to hold him on that fight, just not able to convert.
I feel like this is a bit of a mistake from Nightwatch here. The Viper already knew that they were going to push towards B. And when that wall goes down, the Viper has to instantly spam it and break at least 2 chunks. So there's the threat of going the other side. But because they only broke 1 chunk of the wall, the Mei-Mei players can just fully focus yellow. And that's what they did. They were able to get a pick into heaven, and then they just fully fought yellow every single time. And there was no threat of them walking up towards main.
One suppressed. I can't use that.
Small adjustment actually coming out from Nightwatch Gaming here, choosing to invest that Yoru onto that B side and lean more heavily towards that early B main control instead of the A fight now, which is
Fake teleport.
actually a really good read here, but just not able to hold that mid fight here, completely shutting down the Viper, but swiftly traded back with Yuki up on that A side.
Something that I'm questioning here is why we have all of our Killjoy utility on the A side. We have nothing helping
Really
there.
big fight here coming out. Mori wins that first fight, and now B side's completely open. I mean, like there's no info on that B side, and just Mei-Mei Gaming forced to move on to an A side, which stacked by 3 players would be a hard side to take. First recon coming out completely misses the mark. I'm
30
pretty sure.
seconds left.
Oh, never mind. I'm lying.
Spike down A.
Yeah, Nightwatch are just ready for this. As soon as they get that pick, they know
4-1.
Mei-Mei are going to rush into something, and they just rush into the A side.
Mei-Mei are gonna make it costly, but
Nightwatch to kill the round. And I mean, what I want to see from Nightwatch here is I want to see Killjoy set up towards middle. I don't want to see the Viper trying to lock down B a little bit more than they have. I don't want us just giving up B control. And then I want us using less util towards A and being more inclined to retake it. Because we have super strong utility that we can use for our retake. Because we have the KO and
You
the
want to
Soba.
play? Let's play. Standing ahead.
I feel like we're not using it.
And then the next round, though, Dirt early into that. Almost an asymmetric info already spotted and broken. 4 players and Mei-Mei moving fast towards that A side, taking space, sees the first Nor, gets that first pick onto the backside Soba here. And Mei-Watch forced to get that fight fast retake in. Wow, runs in that first initial peek, and it seems like that Nuke is already coming through. Turret broken down by Mei-Mei Gaming, and that pick onto
Spike
mid is really
planted.
going to be a thorn in the back. I mean, already
Yeah,
we've
this has
seen
been
Nightwatch
nice from
scrambling to try to
Mei-Mei.
get that trade there, but not able to. 5v3 situation with full utility is going to be a really tough scramble. But
Mori
first
gets
two players
2.
do go to Mori, equalize wins here.
We're fighting forward here. This is dangerous for Mei-Mei. As again, another pick from the Killjoy. They need to get on the bomb soon now. Gets another one. Knows their nets.
Full pushing through.
And we're on the bomb.
Spike.
And it's looking like we are not going to get the bomb.
And the molly's perfect.
The molly
And there's
sticks
no way we
it.
have time. I think he has
Time might be a case. It's
I think he has
0.01.
time.
Ooh, 0.02.
Nightwatch with 0.26 seconds able to defuse the bomb, and there, incredible work coming out from Mori. But on the other hand, trading the fights being taken right now from Mei-Mei are just sloppy at best. I mean, 5v3 situation turning out into 2v1 couldn't be what we were expecting there, even with a 4 buyout, right?
Overtake them.
Yeah, I think Mei-Mei, they did a very bad wall and plant, so they didn't have any site control.
Revealing area.
And it just led to them getting run over.
Yeah, especially those 2 early fights. And Morito really just isolated 2 players.
Nightwatch here are setting up for a retake. They have this Killjoy ult, and they're gonna use it. And now they've got the molly to deny. They're all ready for this push.
Able to get the heal back to that HP.
And look, this Killjoy is ready to pop this ult.
Spike planted.
I don't know why we commit the Yoru ult super soon.
Initiated.
Kind of questionable in my opinion. I'd rather us commit the ult after we've Killjoy ulted. And now they're just fighting through. They're confident in this ult. They are not going to let it stop
One
them.
enemy remaining.
And they just push Mei-Mei into a corner off the ult. And that's just the simple thing that they don't understand, right? Mei-Mei, they get the Viper ult down, they get the wall down, they get the bomb down, but they don't think of what Nightwatch is going to do. One of the Mei-Mei players needs to call, oh, Nightwatch have Killjoy ult. They're going to use Killjoy ult into this round. Do we want to maybe get aggressive towards CT? Fight the Killjoy ult so we don't just get pushed off the site and sent back to the lobby.
And right now the pattern here is that when Mei-Mei gets that first pick, right, it really helps them to stabilize the round and get into a round flow, into a round win. But when they don't find that early pick and when they're picked off early, it really seems like they're losing a lot of that gas, a lot of that steam early into the round, which is costing a lot of fights to just not be taken.
Yeah. Nightwatch here, they are walking down towards B, and this is what I like. We don't see anything. We get aggressive towards one of the sides. I don't like that we're not worried about our right side. But we go in, we get the orb. I don't like us giving up the space, though. We could have maintained that space a little. Because now, look, the KO is kind of scared sitting back yellow, and this Yoru's going to stay here.
But just the 2 picks on mid is too much to handle. I mean, not many conversions there. 5v2, just forced to save and maybe look for a pick or 2 with these bad guns.
Yeah, Mei-Mei need to go for something here. They don't want to give a Nightwatch too good of an econ. but they're gonna get to 12 if they don't win this round, and they're gonna have to win the next 5 in a row to drag us to overtime.
30 seconds left.
Scanning ahead.
And they are set up for the A hit. But again, Night Watch, they're just gonna sit back, they're gonna let them have the site, and then they're gonna just take it back as 5v2.
Mei-Mei Gaming here though, choosing to go for that plant.
Player
With
standing.
10 seconds left, Glitch just able to get that third. He gets that first pick, but not able to convert on any others. And really clean round coming out from this anti-eco
Match point.
for Night Watch Gaming.
Yeah, Night Watch, they just look like the stronger team. If I ever check, this is Night Watch's map pick, which does give me some hope that maybe when we go to the next map, Lotus, that Mei-Mei Gaming will be able to do a little bit more on that map. But it's still not over. They have 5 rounds. They can definitely win this. They have the Sage ult and Sova ult, so I'd like to see them like make plans around these ults. If we have a death early, let's re-clear and get that person back up.
And you can kind of see how they're running the exact same early game plan here with that 2 mid default, shifting now into a 2-1-2 setup from Mei-Mei Gaming. While on the other hand, it seems like they're just full backing up the site here and not really contesting for anything from Night Watch. I mean, with
Yeah.
Viper all the way on to back spawn, it's a really interesting setup coming up here. Maybe lining up for a lineup, but
Yeah, I feel Mei-Mei Gaming, the Viper's been listening into the B, and they know. They take the orb and then they back off. So they've just re-cleared all this space for free. They're not scared of someone being here because they know the Yoru runs away. And now they've just walked up. They're going to get this bomb down. Or at least attempt to, because the Sage is under a lot of pressure here.
trying to live. So just a bit off, not being able to catch one. Nor gets the
30
first
seconds
one,
left.
5v4 situation with KO down, almost a 5v3.
What does overpeak
Pick
a
though
bit?
coming out from Clutchy though.
Oh, and now Mori's gotten 2.
Now it's a 3v2 situation. Sage still has that res, but not able to get to any of the bodies. Full fast pivot onto that east side.
And they've also revived the KO. They didn't end up getting
10
the
10
finish.
seconds left. Can get the bomb down, but it's gonna be tough. 2 players already moving into that retake setup. Spamming. Does get
Do get the bomb down, but he's
Does
low.
get Toph onto 1 HP. Looking for the first pick. Toph gets the first. Able to live. Backs up onto the ropes and drops. Omega Master gets the first
Last
pick.
player
Looking on the
standing.
right angle. And they watch.
Oh, he does have a good
2v1.
look. He is behind them.
Look is coming out. The
But-
position is expected and overall just shut down. Complete shutdown here. Able to finally
map ends
stabilize at the end of
13-7.
those few rounds from Night Watch to
Defenders
close
win.
out this game.
Night Watch with a very clean win. They just had more understanding of the map and how to play it. But next we've got Lotus, which is Mei-Mei Gaming's pick. So I hope they show a little bit more strategy, and they don't
They
show a
really
triple sentinel
checkerboard.
comp.
A really checkerboarded scoreboard there. Completely checkered.
So we're map 2, Nightwatch versus Mei-Mei, and if I'm looking at that right from Nightwatch, I no longer want to see out my eyes. So let's look at Mei-Mei's comp.
We're seeing the Viper Omen Fade. I'm assuming going to be a Vice from the looks of it coming out from Nightwatch. Pretty standard comp there. Yes, the Vice will be locked in. It's decently standard. Mei-Mei looking interesting. I don't really know what else to say about that. Not sure how to feel.
To a breach. It feels
The-
like we're making this comp
Okay,
up
there's
in
that
Agent
seems a little,
Select.
that seems a little bit more standard with the neon. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see probably a Omen locked in from the side of Mei-Mei. Yes, we are. Interesting comps from both teams. I mean, standard one coming out from the side of Nightwatch. A little bit off meta, I'd say, for Mei-Mei while still staying decently normal.
Yeah.
Not really much to say about either side.
It's more just second best in slot characters. Like you want the Raze, but you have the Neon. You want a Yoru, but you have a Breach, you know?
Yeah.
But overall, the comps are normal. It's not Triple Sentinel, so I'm happy.
Did you guys see a Triple Sentinel game already?
Yes, Mei-Mei did run Triple Sentinel on the last map. And they lost.
Ah.
But Mei-Mei is on defense, so let's see what they're going to cook early.
Looks
What
like an
is-
A, or looks like a C fight coming out from the side of Mei-Mei. This is not what I expected. This is a very interesting early play, but you know what? I'm not against it from them.
Yeah, let's
Looks like they have the read.
Sentry.
Okay, we have...
Placing alarm bot.
I'm not going to question the Killjoy setup.
Not even. One way coming down. Looks like we're gonna get an early fight towards C here, but I believe that's Nightwatch. Yeah, just backing off. Viper gonna make some noise towards B. He might be poising for an early fight towards Door, but the flank from Neon. Oh, what a shot. Toph taking down Azura. Fight coming in towards C within KJ with one. Blind comes out from Omen.
Spike planted.
Looks like retake is gonna be starting more like a set play here.
Yeah, so Nightwatch, they're kind of
Gonna
cramped
know-
on site here.
Yeah, gonna note Neon and a well-executed retake from the side of Mei-Mei.
From
Well,
Mei-Mei,
it's
that
good
looked
for
way better than last map. They looked like they had an idea of what they wanted to do on the defense. They wanted to just take early C, and then they flushed out the Viper. And then when Nightwatch sped up into A, the Killjoy managed to get their one, and then the retake was just clean from Mei-Mei.
Yeah, clean retake. You know, if you're side of Mei-Mei, you love to see that.
Now the question is, what will Nightwatch do on the eco? What is the call?
Looks like it's poised for a B hit, but you can't really be sure. As we did see them poised towards A as well at the start of last round and move in towards that C aggression. Looks like another C fight though coming out from the side of Mei-Mei. Sorry.
And they give the Neon a ghost. I don't love this from them. They have the weaker weapon in the fight. They get
the whiff,
win
though. The whiff. Looks like a trap play kind of through Door. Works out pretty well for him. Glitchy will take down Toph, though. They will be fighting into this KJ setup here. Weaker guns for the side of Nightwatch. So really just trying to do whatever eco damage they can. And they will take down...
but the
they'll take down
over-aggression.
Breach. Wow.
We're running
you
it
know,
down.
Weapon here.
Looks like a couple guns going back down to the side of Nightwatch now. Fade is low, Omen full health, but the two Mei-Mei players are split up between A and Waterfall, so either way, it's going to be a 2v1 on the site.
So yeah,
Looks like-
Nightwatch here. Get an early... get the over-aggression kills onto Mei-Mei, and now they're pushing in towards A.
Where are you?
They will come in towards A.
Grenade out.
Glitchy
30
will make his way onto
seconds
site, but he will take a fair bit of damage from that. And it
Spike
looks like
planted.
one of the Mei-Mei players has disconnected.
Destroyed.
They have done that a lot last
Omen
map.
has disconnected. Yeah, so it's really just a 2v1 here, although we will probably have to roll back the round.
One enemy remaining.
Gets
Although
the
maybe
kill on
not.
the ball.
I don't.
Doesn't know where the fade is.
Fade's in a very good spot right now.
Very confident they're not on. That's
And
positioning, but gets the
reconnect.
clutch.
Reconnect comes through, but
Don't
KJ
interrupt
wins it
my
out.
work.
Not a great eco coming out from the side of Mei-Mei or anti-eco.
No, you
Excuse me.
don't deserve my invention.
Losing a couple guns there, but still getting the round win. All you can really ask for in that situation. Over-aggression did really struggle. They really did struggle after that.
So what I'm looking for Nightwatch now is I want to see them just manage this aggression. Just play a default, wait for Mei-Mei to push into them, and then fight together as a team to stop them from doing it. Because right now it looks same setup. Mei-Mei gonna get aggressive towards A this time instead of C, but it's the same kind of idea. We're gonna push heavy towards A, we're gonna fight you.
Find you.
Yeah.
And look, this Neon's going in.
Mori taking a very aggressive play towards Mount. I don't know if they expect the KJ here. Although, it doesn't seem to matter. They are just still going to take the site. Heavy rotate coming in from the side of Mei-Mei, though. They are... Okay, never mind. They did rotate quick, but Neon's already here. I don't know if Nightwatch would be ready for it.
And yeah, Mei-Mei, this is a very good call.
They are all here. This fast retake will come through. The Nightfall is online, though, for Nightwatch. And Mori with a nade kill.
Spike down.
2v ends it. Trades go down, ends in a 2v1. Fade versus a low HP Breach and a low HP Neon. Breach All is online for the side of Mei-Mei if they want to use it. 72 health, 2 shots will be enough to take down Fade, and guns will be recovered for the side of Mei-Mei.
Now,
Very strong off angle here from Neon, but the time is
left.
also on the side of Mei-Mei. I don't know if Fade is going to be ready for it.
Enemy remaining.
He will be, but the swing will come out from Breach, and the 4K for Breach. Mei-Mei taking that pivotal bonus round. You really hate to see it if you're a Nightwatch fan.
Begins.
Yeah, I mean, Mei-Mei, this is just a really nice call. Back on A1, I used to tell my players to do this on defense pistol all the time. You take that early A space, you scare them off, and until Nightwatch shows that they're gonna re-clear, they're gonna play slow. Mei-Mei, they'll just take that gamble. It's a bonus. They're able to just think, okay, you know what? We're already gonna lose this round statistically. Let's just say we've taken the A space, we hear them aggressive C, let's just insta-rotate C, and they're ready for this hit. So what Nightwatch now need to do is they need to show Mei-Mei that they can't over-rotate. They need to show that they can retake the space that Mei-Mei take, and then they will be able to play off that a lot more. Then Mei-Mei will be less trusting in insta-rotating every single round.
The other thing you have to look at as well is this comp coming out from the side of Nightwatch is a not as good at contesting that offensive rubble area as this comps you'll see out of teams like Fnatic, where other than the Vice, this is a very older looking Lotus comp, but one of those comp did struggle at as the hit comes in towards B. Is that A space, and as we see here, even though it is an eco, the fight will come in towards B. 2v4 left after the trades go down on site. Not looking the best for the side of Nightwatch. Strong positionings held by members of Mei-Mei. Very aggressive push up from KJ here, though. I don't believe Nightwatch will rotate back into it, but if they did, there would be a chance they could catch KJ off guard and maybe get some sort of round win here. Looks like they are going to go back to the B, and the kills will come down. Breach getting another 3K. Looking really solid on this Lotus defense for Mei-Mei. You really cannot be upset about a 4-0 start, and the timeout will come through for Nightwatch.
Yeah, I mean, Mei-Mei, they look like a completely different team. You would have never believed this team picked 3 Sentinels on Icebox. They're fighting everything on this
Icebox.
map. Yes! They picked 3 Sentinels on Icebox. They played really scared on their defense on that Icebox game, and they've just changed it up going into this map. They've said, look, we're going to fight you. And Nightwatch, they have to take this timeout to know this adjustment. And I'm hoping Azuro can identify their issues. They know as Mei-Mei are taking this aggressive space, they need to re-clear it. They need to slow it down. They can't let Mei-Mei run them over. They need to just group up and fight back. Because right now, if Mei-Mei take aggressive space towards A, Nightwatch are backing up. If they take aggressive space C, Nightwatch are running away. And they can't let that happen. They need to turn around and fight back and say, no, we are not going to let you have this space for free.
Lotus control, as you were just saying, Lotus control is very heavy around mound and rubble, and the fact that Nightwatch are perfectly happy giving one of those up almost every single round is very scary for them, because they just lose so much of that info.
And it's also the fact that they're not re-clearing it. So let's say Mei-Mei take the space towards C, they can then insta-rotate A because they trust that Nightwatch isn't going to re-clear them.
And
look,
what a
I guess
read coming out here.
C.
What a read coming out here, though. Oh, but the B crunch is going to come in. I don't think they're expecting most of Nightwatch to be towards C here. Breach is the only one holding it. And it looks like, yeah, Nightwatch is just sitting all in their spawn. They're playing, I think, a little bit too passively here. They will hear the Neon running away. 4 members of Nightwatch grouped up towards that C site. But it does look like the rotate is coming in towards...
Face your fear!
Okay, the rotate will come in towards C with that Nightfall being shown. But it looks like Nightwatch just stalling out. They're just all stuck in the... They're all stuck out. Okay, finally they will exit, but they will invest the Vice ult. I don't really know what to think of that. This is... big costly round, and Toph will take down the
gets
0.
the aggressive play towards B. They know about these lurks.
Down. And what was going on there for a moment, I'm not sure. Trades will come out, and Mei-Mei will finish out that round. That is a very costly round for the side of Nightwatch. Not only are you forced back onto an eco, but you invested 2 of your biggest ultimates into trying to secure that.
Yeah, so off the timeout there, Nightwatch, they call, okay, let's slow down and let's re-clear the space. And that's what they did. The Neon and the Fade already rotated over towards A, expecting that Nightwatch were just going towards A because they didn't see anything towards C. But then Nightwatch were super slow. They didn't take their timing. And now Nightwatch, when you're hitting this C site, you need to take extra space. You need to either fight towards Waterfall or fight towards CT. And they are not doing that. And then Mei-Mei are just insta-rotating in and then crunching them onto the site.
The other thing you'll see here from Nightwatch as well is they're getting stalled out by just a smoke and some KJ util. They cannot be playing this scared, because I didn't see the Icebox game, but it does not look like the same team that was able to run over 3 senties.
Yeah, it's completely different, but they are holding for this aggression. Like, Nightwatch, they know, okay, they're gonna get aggressive. But, like, what do they do when they get aggressive? They're getting aggressive on this A? Do we fight them? No, we're backing away.
They have no map control anywhere else. A slight bit coming out from Vice now towards the C site, but really it's just a little bit of mounds. They have
the Viper solo fighting.
And yeah, it's like these simple mistakes. It's like, it's stuff that you, on a map like Lotus especially, you need to be able to like know these things about how to fight it. And Nightwatch just does not seem to be playing Lotus the way you have to play it. Like, yeah, finally, they will be using
insert on A. Another rotate over.
They'll finally use the Raise util to break the KJ bots, but I think it's too little too late here. Yeah, Breach comes up with 2. Flank comes through. Good paranoia from Omen. Breach looks like he'll take down Vice. Yes, he will. And Fade solo. There's not much that can be done there. Breach with another 4K, looking amazing right now for the side of Mei-Mei. 6-0. You really can't be complaining with how this game is going if you're Mei-Mei.
Mei-Mei are playing Lotus beautifully right now. They know exactly when to get aggressive, but they also know when to slow it down. They noticed, okay, let's fight towards lobby. Oh wait, they might be holding us. So then that Neon doesn't overextend. They don't overextend like they did on that round 2. They then back up and they leave that Fade, and they know Nightwatch aren't going to re-clear. And they kept the pick on the Viper, so they just back up and go towards C. Exactly into Nightwatch.
So beautiful play. And finally, the fight's going to come out towards A from Nightwatch. Glitchy will take down Toph, but Nor will get the trade. Honestly, I'm glad to see that Nightwatch are fighting back now towards the A site, but Nor with a great pick towards Yukio. And Nade will come out. Mori will go down. Azuro takes down KJ.
One enemy remaining.
Fade is left alone, and it's now the 1v2.
I'm glad
Zero
to see them
coming
fight
in.
back, but they just don't have an answer.
Yeah, it's the aggression coming out from the side of Mei-Mei. It's very hard for a comp like this to counter because they just do not have the firepower. Like on paper, they should have the firepower, but they just are not playing it as a team with this kind of firepower should. Although,
No.
the timing though, the timing's just not there. I feel like he could have easily walked up on him. The wall is at full toxin, but it won't be being used here. This is a surprising play. And yeah, Fade with 3. Really just kind of struggle coming out here from Nightwatch. They just do not look like they were ready for the Lotus to come through, and it is very clearly showing.
Nightwatch, they need to understand their win condition. They've tried fighting back towards A, but they can't fight back towards A. So what can they do instead? They know this Killjoy is going to be either with only one guy or by themselves. So they either need to choose, let's go rush this Killjoy, let's go destroy him and show him that we're better, and then they take the extra space on the site, or they need to throw in a fake. But right now, they just keep running into Mei-Mei's crosshairs.
And Mei-Mei more than happy to give these fights. You also have to look at this as well. Glitchy will take down Toph. That is it's a kill. It's a kill in the eco.
It is a kill on the eco.
Might be a little bit too late. 2 members of Nightwatch, sorry, are very low on health. And Zero, the only full health member, will go down.
One enemy remaining.
And they kill him mid TP.
You always love to see it if you're a Breach player. You love to see that aftershock getting value. And another round will go on the board for Mei-Mei. This is looking like a slaughter fest right now.
I can't believe this team even thought a triple sentinel comp was gonna be the play. They are fighting together. Like, this is like Flamingos from last season. They were just fighting together and they just know each other super well and they're gonna be together. A Breach has 16 kills on Breach.
I mean, a life game coming out from Nor. It has to be.
He's got 2 kills a round.
He is looking amazing right now. You really have got to be happy if you're Nor. This is a very impressive performance. Nightwatch, though, will be fighting back towards A, and it looks like it is uncontested. However, 4 ults for the side of Nightwatch. Or Mei-Mei, sorry. 3 for Nightwatch. This will be a very big round for both teams. Nightwatch, on a lighter buy, they will be broke again if they lose this. But the Breach all coming out, I'm assuming there's the Nightfall.
We're getting Aftershock.
But Yukio takes down Toph. Faye takes down Yukio in return. KJ, the lockdown can still be invested. Most of Nightwatch looking full health, but Viper's going to draw. That is a very line, but it will end in a 2v3. The rocket launcher, the showstopper, still online. Door will be popped. Oh, but Spunk gone down yet. I didn't even notice. Rotate will be coming through from Nightwatch. 2v1. This is the first time this game Nightwatch has been up numbers like this. However, Glitchy, low HP. Glitchy, low HP. Mori is going to be on that rotate. It is not a comfortable situation, but Glitchy does seem to be in a very heads-up position, although KJ is expecting it.
I feel like this Killjoy is playing way too slow right now. He needs to hurry up.
Yeah. Showstopper still online. Paint Shell still online. It looks like this will be the first round on the board for Nightwatch. And it will be. Well played round from Nightwatch, although very costly for both sides. 2 ults invested for both teams. And the Fatal has been gained for Nightwatch, however, again, that lockdown and that overdrive from the side of Mei-Mei is still something you need to worry about if you are Nightwatch, as that lockdown on C is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, and that round is not reproducible. You don't have an Omen every round. You don't have a Viper every round. And yeah, sure, the Fade and the Breach ult, they did get that out. But it feels like fundamentally, they still aren't beating Mei-Mei in the map game. Mei-Mei still, look at this confidence from this Neon. He's running out of A main. He knows it's a C hit. They're all rotating over before the Fade was even used.
Nightwatch are gonna learn from their mistakes here, thankfully, and won't get stalled out just by that Omen or by the Omen smoking some KJ util on the site hit. They are gonna be pushing up into CT though. I'm not sure how ready this fight will be. There comes the showstopper, and a kill for Mori.
Yeah, they take the deep space.
The Omen going down for Mei-Mei. Toph will drop as well, but Fade will take down Glitchy. It is a very heavy fight towards CT here. The bomb is not planned for this. They are not ready.
Oh, but we've wrapped Waterfall.
I think it's a little too late.
It's too late.
And Almighty Master will just stick to the fuse. Yukio, there's nothing he can do here, and the kill will come down to Connor. What a well-played retake from the side of Mei-Mei. Honestly, that is just impressive.
Nightwatch, they had a good idea there. They knew, okay, they have Killjoy. We need to take CT control. But whoever planted the bomb clearly didn't know the plan because they didn't plant it open. Whoever was planting the bomb there, they need to plant it open. They understood they have sight. They're against the Killjoy. They're going to be able to get that bomb down for free. And then they took CT control, which was really good, but the wrap Waterfall was just too late.
Yeah, it's just these small mistakes that it's like not fighting up for space, not taking space properly, not bad bomb plant. That is what's costing Mei-Mei rounds. But what a timing. I think they know though. They do. I think they saw his shoulder while they were coming in. But a lot of players Mei-Mei are here. Killjoy able to rotate quickly, but it looks like they will back. It looks like Nightwatch are planning to back off, just leave Fade to semi-fake the site. Are they ready for Fade?
They're not ready for the Fade.
Okay, 3v3. Overdrive is still in play for the side of Nightwatch, or for the side of Mei-Mei, and it looks. Oh, but Toph will fall.
That is over-aggression right there.
That is the definition of over-aggression if I've ever seen it. Smoke will come in from stairs from Viper. Killjoy on the rotate. Breach is already here.
That was bad. It's meant to cover heaven. I'm pretty sure.
Wall, yeah. I believe it is.
I believe it is. Yeah.
I don't.
The breach has a timing. We're not holding the bomb planter.
But
Enemy remaining.
We push by ourselves.
Oh, but the self
plants himself.
I speak from experience that those are not. It's very easy to do, but KJ will be able to clean up and a little bit of body shooting. In a 10-1, I mean, I think it's pretty understandable to see it happening, and a little bit more. You know what? When you're dominating this badly, I can't say there's much wrong with that.
They did lose map 1 though, so let's not get too toxic now.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just those simple mistakes coming out from the side of Nightwatch, though. The Viper Wall not covering Heaven, not holding the bomb planter, like playing very separated in that 2v2. It's just all of these small mistakes are leading to very costly round losses. We are going to be going into the final round of the half here. No ults online for the side of Nightwatch. They're on a little bit of a lighter buy here. Rifles in the hands of everyone. 2 with one bullet with the Guardian. But as we've seen, they are able to make something out of nothing. The aggression will be a little bit toned down here from Mei-Mei. Toph backing off, leaving Fade as the insert. And the stack towards B will be red. However, it does seem to only be a
still
default.
Ready for this A here.
Yeah, and Adversa will be found.
Swing.
Adversa will be found. They've seen the Viper lurk. However, as I just said with that statement, Viper is the lurk most of the time. I don't believe they expect the rest of Nightwatch to be behind this, but they might now. That Vice Flash gave up a little bit of info.
I also want to mention how confident the Neon is in these rotates. They saw the fighting towards A, and they instantly rotated off, and they're going towards B, and now they're going to be ready for this C hit.
Azuro, though, will take the north. That is the breach. That is the breach coming in. That is the breach dying for Mei-Mei, who has been playing very good. It's definitely been a big part of their success. They also lose all of that utility for the retake. However, as has been the case for most of the online side of Mei-Mei, I just don't know if they're going to use it here, but they might be saving it for next half. Who knows? From the shadows online for Nightwatch, and there goes Fade. There goes Azuro. Yukio gets a trade. 3v3 on site. They don't expect it though.
It's gonna be a 10-2
And
half.
Night Watch taking that half. They did not enjoy the body shooting coming out
Switching
from
sides.
out from the side of Mei-Mei, and will return the favor there.
Night Watch 10-2 is not looking good. They need the pistol, they need the bonus, and they need to have an MIBR comeback. MIBR did this earlier, so maybe Night Watch can do it now.
You have to keep in
But-
mind though, is looking at the comp from the side of Mei-Mei, they are running that double initiator, which does tend to favor the attacking side.
Yeah, what I'm gonna see here is I think Mei-Mei, they're just gonna full on run it down. Breach stuns, breach flashes for the Neon. The Neon's just gonna charge through and just win the game. I'm surprised no one's buying him a frenzy, to be honest.
Yeah.
So he has light shields and a frenzy, but I guess I'm not a Mei-Mei coach. And look, they're just
They probably
going
have their
super
idea.
fast.
A little bit of an
No
interesting,
supportive
little bit of an
util.
interesting push. That aggression does seem to be showing some cracks. Fade will take down
Down
Glitchy,
A.
but Glitchy will in turn take down Breach. The rotate coming through all of Night Watch is here though, and the turret is bad. They might not expect the flank. Mori will be taken be taken down. Azura will get the trade, and I don't know if they're ready for Fade to be on the flank here.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'm
look
worried
like KJ's
about the
ready
separation
for it.
again. Look, Fade's in no
Again, it's-
man's land. This is a worry. It's 2 1v1s.
However, it doesn't look like Fade is fully heads up on the
Fade
cross.
gets the
and
timing
the
across.
timing! The timing! I don't know if Azura's going to be ready for this. Spike has been grabbed. The
Oh,
tap
but he
comes through.
taps the bomb.
They know now. He hears the orb. He hears the Fade util. He hears a shot coming down from Azura. I don't know if he's ready for it.
Enemy remaining.
He will be.
Solo
He'll be
peeks.
ready. He'll be ready for Azura, but is he ready for Fade to be where he is? A very
He's
heads up
going right
position,
side.
and the clutch will come through. Very, very close round from the side of Night Watch, but they do get that very important pistol round win.
Yeah, that is exactly what they need, but not how they needed to do it. Night Watch, when they're in these advantage situations, I feel like they just get isolated. That Fade could have easily just crossed over towards Rubble and then just open the door and just play with the Viper. If they take the bomb, it's fine. The likelihood of them rotating isn't too high since the time's so low. And then if they do rotate, you're still in a 2v1. You're right next to one another.
And again, that over-aggression that does seem to be a problem for Mei-Mei. However, this time it actually cost them a round. Neon pushed up. It looks like it's going to be a B-split, though. This is a very well-placed call. The stack will be coming in now from... Oh, but the Breach stunning the Neon. The stack will be coming in now from the side of Night Watch. They are prepped for the retake. 5v5 retake. First time we've seen one of these all game.
They might get
however-
aggressive towards this C-Link area.
It looks like this is the first time where they're actually going to play a little bit more passive. And then as I say that, Nor take down one.
Player standing.
Trades come out. It's left in a 3v1, and Night Watch will be able to clean up with slight issues, unfortunately, on that. Losing 3 guns, especially down 10-4. Not something you like to see, but as I've said many times, a round win is a round win, especially in a situation like this. Builds that confidence back, which is something that you really desperately need if you're the side of Night Watch.
Yeah, Night Watch, this is the important round now. How do you deal with this ridiculous Neon aggression? And they just need to play together. That round, they understood, right? Okay, the Neon, he's going to run at us. He's going to be quick. Let's play retake towards B. Just let them have it, and then we group and play retake. It was a bit shaky, but they got there in the end. And if they can manage to, like, get a pick on this Neon early, I think they can start a comeback in this half.
Not what I expected to see out of the side of Night Watch here. Or Mei-Mei, sorry. 5 stacked up towards that A site. Viper wall coming out from the side of Night Watch. Very standard setup. However, Neon is so far ahead. The over-aggression seems to get what's, like, kind of screwing over Mei-Mei here. And I think, will you go down somehow? Okay, no, I'm going to say, Yukio somehow managed to make it out alive. Mei-Mei fighting towards Street. I don't know if they know about Glitchy. They have to. And they will punish that. Nor getting his second kill on the round. However, low health for
The
Toad.
backside knows he has a job.
Verso's noted. And Fade 1v5. Hate to say it, it does not seem winnable in this round.
This This Mei-Mei team on Lotus is very scary. That's a very nice
It was-
adaptation from them.
It was
They
their map
knew
pick, so they obviously had the
yeah.
prep, but even then, this is still
This is
dominating
higher
action
level
for having the
than
prep.
anyone from last season. Look, they understood, right? Nightwatch didn't fight A main for the first 2 rounds. So what do Mei-Mei do? They just walk up. After Neon running up A main twice in a row, they just silently walked up A. They found the Vice in the corner after breaking the Util, and they just sprayed them down. Then they had the opening kill, and they just ran onto A and ran over Nightwatch.
And then here, we're going to see the Season 8 coming out. Very standard setup now, coming out from the side of Nightwatch. Although, this Viper, while coming at this Viper playing towards C, this isn't something I fully expected, although I believe, and yes, I am right, that orb is on the C side. So now Viper will rotate towards B, 3 stack towards A. This is a very standard setup for Lotus, especially for the comp that Nightwatch is running, although I don't know if they're going to be ready for this hit. They don't have the early info, although the Viper orb will come down at the perfect time. It looks like Nightwatch expect it.
Nightwatch, they
Mori
just don't
coming in
have
from
any
CT.
info.
No, Mori coming in from CT. They don't have the push-up on A, though. They don't know where this hit is possible to. Although now they will. Decay coming in. Yukio manages to take down Taupe. That he is way further ahead of the rest of his team. Again, that over-aggression being the killing factor for Mei-Mei. Door will be tapped. Rotate towards B. Breach is staying, though. Looks like trying to dodge the boom bot. And he will. I don't think they're ready for Breach to be lurked up here. Although Yukio does seem cautious of it. Glitchy with you.
The fast retake
The fast
stops
blood.
this
30
breach
seconds
lurk.
left.
Nor will try to do his best on the lurk. They expect it. Sun will go down. Spike is in a terrible situation, though. Breach ult does come online, so that is big. Okay, I thought for a second they were planning to invest it. 15 seconds. It does not look winnable here, and I believe
10
that the save
seconds
will be
left.
coming down from the side of Mei-Mei. Although, Glitchy
You
will
get the
fall.
pick.
That's very risky play to be pushing out that early, or even just to grab a gun. But Nightwatch looking to at least try to make this a little bit of a closer map on Mei-Mei's map pick.
Yeah, I mean, there though, I feel like it's again, is that round repeatable? Yes, the Neon was out by themselves backside, but that Vice was fade seized. If Mei-Mei work on their executes a little bit more and their breach and Neon's chemistry, if that breach can get a flash or a stun in backside, the Neon all of a sudden kills them, kills the Vice, the wall then drops, and then all of a sudden C-site is just a floodgate. But because Nightwatch got the
But
instant pick,
delayed utility though. Oh, but Neon's gonna get caught out, and the nade I think was a little bit too deep there. It was, yeah. Breach all coming out for the side of Mei-Mei, and there goes Mei-Mei's
here
Omen.
it goes. Oh man.
However you say it. Lack of smokes now. This does make this round a little bit closer. Nightwatch. Nightwatch doesn't know though, although they are all here. Okay, Zero
Mistake
takes down Nora.
from Mei-Mei. The breach is on
again,
side
that
by
overaggression
themselves.
getting killed. Azura will fall. Nightwatch does think this is a 45. I don't think they know. They don't know about the DC though.
Enemy down.
And it is. Oh, the tap though. They're not holding up. Now they are. Kill will go down. 2v2 pretty much here.
Enemy remaining.
And there's the kill. And I believe they might be out of time. Fade playing this to perfection. Yes. And Mei-Mei will get 12. Match point secured for the side of Mei-Mei, even with the DC.
Match point.
Honestly
They managed to
impressive.
win a 3v5 there. In actuality, because the breach, they got picked off early. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake from the breach. Not really comboing with his Neon. As his Neon ran
Mori.
back towards tree to open the door. The
Mori
breach
is down
was
a
in the
satchel.
middle of side. Walmart Zekken has joined the party though. So maybe we'll see Zekken deciding after beating C9, he's just coming to destroy in CSK.
Now keep in mind, this is the Walmart version, so we're not sure if it's going to be the Senzekin, but we will see. We will have to see.
Maybe we'll get EG Zekken.
Who knows?
Who knows?
So, again, though, on the note of that last round, the 3v5 winning for Mei-Mei, I believe it is also the fact that they don't know that Omen had DC'd. They didn't know that until the P10 comes through. in their mind, they're still thinking it's a 4v5. They're still playing it slowly. They don't realize that they just are up 2 numbers despite only having 1 kill on the round.
Yeah. But overall, Mei-Mei, I feel like they played that round a little bit badly. Like when it came into the plant, they plant right side of that A main box or that A site box. Whereas if you want to play it more open, you need to plant the left side. Or like on the right
even-
wall near drop,
yeah.
that's the most optimal plant. Because if you plant it to the right side of the box, you can only see it from tree, and even if you are in tree, you have to swing out wide. So then that gives like less value to the A main players because they have to spam through a box. And it's a very bad way of playing.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I was a bit worried about, but overall they just get the kills, and I think they're just a confident team on this map. It looks like they've been clearly scrimming this map every single day of their life, from what I can
Yeah.
see.
It looked like a very solid map pick. Looks to be their map pick for most of this, just based off of this one game. I know from my own experience, Lotus, if you get the hang of it, is a very, very dominant map for a team if you can understand how to play it properly. And it looks like Mei-Mei definitely does. Nightwatch might need to get a couple more Lotus scrims in these next couple of weeks. In case the rematch does come through between these teams, Mei-Mei will almost definitely pick the Lotus again.
Yeah, last season when I was coaching A1, this was our go-to map. Every week we were picking this in and out, and it was a bit of an advantage because some of our games weren't streamed, and then the map picks and bans weren't as official as they are this season. So teams didn't necessarily know not to allow Lotus through. But even then, we were just a very confident Lotus team. The only time we won it every single time until we faced Mingos, and then we ended up losing against Six Friends.
Mingo did Mingo things.
Yeah, and then Mingos, they just ran us down. That was
They're
not a fun game to sit in the coaching booth
They're a
for.
very good team. I have been watching a little bit of their VODs recently, prepping for my own game against them that might be coming up within the next couple of weeks. They are a very good team, but I am also very excited to play them from my own end.
Yeah, Bobby W, that guy has no brain, but all aim. But anyway,
Sometimes
onto this
aim all that
match.
matters. Sometimes aim is all that matters.
Yeah, but we ended up like falling off towards the end of our Lotus because, like, remember in the early days when we were playing Lotus, we 13-0'd a team last season on this exact map.
Oh yeah,
because we were just so dominant.
Now, speaking of that, earlier today, my team did 13-3 in our TCC game. Got a rep 0. Love those guys. But you know, it is a map that, especially on that defender side, is extremely important to at least get a few rounds. Mei-Mei getting 10 on their defender side is insane. And I think that just kind of shocked the side of Nightwatch, especially in that 8-round lead. Nightwatch seemed to claw back a little bit though. As the Omen for Mei-Mei still DC'd.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah. Could probably take a couple.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. It looks like Mei-Mei
Mei-Mei
are gonna
off to
have to
play.
4v5
It'll be
because their
rough.
Omen is
However,
gone.
7-round lead. They got 7 rounds to close it out with enough enough strong ultimates that I believe it could work. However, lack of smokes is going to be a very, very big issue. 4 ults out for the side of Nightwatch.
They're just running it down
Very
onto C-side.
aggressive play.
They baited the wall.
It looks... Wow.
Interesting way of baiting the wall. Oh, but the wall wasn't there.
Wall was towards... Oh, and they bait out the Nightfall. That is not expected.
Oh, he doesn't clear the corner.
They'll clear it now. Trades will come down.
Down. C.
Turret down.
I don't know if Nightwatch expects... Okay, Nor on his own has to survive for long enough for the lurk to come through.
Last player standing.
Doesn't look like he will.
Doesn't
But
quite.
the showstopper's gonna get burned too? This is
They're
just
wasting ults into this
At
round.
least they got the kill. But yeah, the ults are just getting wasted for the side of Nightwatch. This is a very, very costly round. I could see how that's a misclick there, but the Nightfall is definitely a mistake that might cost them a round later on. Nightfall online for the side of Mei-Mei. I was going to say from the shadows, but I just realized that's the guy who DC'd.
I think here, what Mei-Mei need to do is they just need to play their time, right? Choose when they need to go, and they're going to go. They need to build up all of their ultimates. They need to wait until a round where they get an early pick and it's a 4v4. Then they just need to use everything and make sure they secure the 1 round. Because all they need is 1 round win, even though it is a 4v5.
I do like this play from Mei-Mei. I like seeing this aggression. I like seeing the chance to try to early take a pick, but Nightwatch are just going to punish this. I don't know what was said in that P10, what happened to these guys, but they are looking like a completely different team right now.
I think they're just confident because they know it's a 4v5.
That might be. But both teams just look entirely different. The confidence, the aggression from Nightwatch is, or from Mei-Mei is still there, but that, like, the calculated aggression that Nightwatch had been, or that Mei-Mei had been playing for most of the game, just kind of died. It looks like it died out that round, whereas Nightwatch kind of took that over with the 4-man fight towards Rubble.
Yeah. So what I'd like to see here from Mei-Mei is we don't fully buy into this round, make sure we can still buy next, and I just want a set play with this Neon Orb. Let's go run into C, try and get a pick on that Vice, try and get a pick on the Viper, and then if we end up getting heavy picks, then we can call, okay, now we're going to do this. Okay, now we're going to commit everything else.
You have that KJ ult, you have the Fade ult, you are 2 off that Breach ult, you have so many big round-changing ultimates versus only a Vice and Viper ult out from the side of Nightwatch. It's so easy to deal with, and the over-aggression
He doesn't commit the overdrive.
It's just these like very small yet extremely costly mistakes in a game like this. The 4v5 looks to be much more punishing towards Mei-Mei's aggressive style, as to be expected when you lose.
I don't think pushing the fade there is necessarily a mistake. He caught him off. It's a 1v1. That's what they know. And I would personally, I'd be favored to take that fight in a 4v5. I think if he just commits his ultimate there and tries opening the round through that slide in, through the wall, then it's good. Because if he like pops ult, then he slides in, then he's actually favored to win the fight. Instead of how it actually went, where he just slid in and he had to hit the shot and he didn't. Onto this round. This is the big round. We have 4 ults.
The 4v4 ult-wise. There's also the chance, though, that Mei-Mei's Omen could come back before this game ends. Not a good chance from what we've been told, but there is the chance. And the fight will come in towards A. Toph take an aggressive fight towards Rubble. I don't know. he just doesn't clear this angle. He doesn't behind bosses, and Mori's just
I have
given a
no
free
idea.
kill. I think that might be the easiest kill of his life.
We're looking to split
It's like-
into B. We're gonna try and find the pick.
Bring them down.
What
Zero's
will
gonna
we
check
do?
back. Mori will find Nor. It's oh,
Feels like we're getting a bit antsy here for Mei-Mei. I know it sucks that we have one guy down, but we're only one round. We need to stay in the moment, and right now we are.
Killed my bot.
We're not playing like we used to. We're solo peeking. But there we go.
two kills coming through. 3v. I was gonna say 3v3, 3v2 for the side of Nightwatch. Hobbit is broken though. Omen is watching this deep angle. They don't have anything to cut it off, and the Viper Wall will go up. They have to fight through if they want to take the A's side. And it looks like they'll have to go through
Oh,
tree.
but there's a gap in the
Aren't
wall.
holding these things. They aren't
30 seconds left.
like they're just making these costly mistakes that are just losing them rounds here. Like Toph not clearing
Last player standing.
the corner
down A.
where Mori was sitting, and just nobody on the side of Mei-Mei clearing, just holding for that Viper Wall. It's
If you lose focus, you die. Breathe when it's over.
Yeah, it sounds
just,
like they're tilted. I can't reread the chat because it's weird with the. Oh, never mind. We're trolling a good match. Toph just needs to live in the moment right now. He needs to understand, okay, we have 4 ults. We've won 4v5s against them before. We literally won the round before the disconnect in a 4v5. So we can win these rounds.
we're going back, and we're gonna see this very much more standard Lotus gameplay. It's what you like to see, but the spam is gonna go
Storm
through.
comes through.
That is really, really unfortunate for Mei-Mei, but very fortunate for my watch.
They get
Mori
a
will
pick
fall.
back.
4v3. Although Nori is low,
Oh,
Fade
gonna
all
commit
comes
the
out.
ult.
Omen will get caught. Fade will get caught. The counter ult comes through. Nori, invest the Rolling Thunder.
Use 2 ults into this.
They're just
Is this
stuck
the
there,
round
and
we really won?
Azuro
Fade gets the
falls.
pick.
That's the Viper's pit done.
3v3.
That's the Viper's pit down. Nora, low still. They know about where Toph is. There's the Steel Garden. Guns will be taken away from the side of Mei-Mei, although Toph still has his. I don't know if they know about it. The plant spot isn't the best, but it's workable.
Gets the pick. Gets 2.
1v2.
2v1.
Toast repositioning back towards tree. He knows about where Fade is, but the reposition doesn't go through. It's just a bait on the door.
Yes. It's very well played from Toph.
They realized
and
this
he
and
gets
a
the
very
kill.
good hold,
Attackers win.
and that will be
Over.
map 2 secured to the side of Mei-Mei. Unlucky in the 4v5, but they still managed to close it out.
Very good to stay in the game there. Mei-Mei might have let that slip, but they managed to. They just commit the ults. I wasn't too sure about committing the ults in that scenario, but they were confident. They committed the ults and they managed to take a round. And yeah, I'm very happy for them. And we're going to be going into map 3, hopefully, if they don't have to forfeit. I'll play myself if they don't have to forfeit. And we're back on Haven.
Looks like
Going into
from the
map
side,
3.
looks like Nightwatch will be taking that Yoru ISO. Pretty meta pick for Haven. Nothing much to say there. Although looks like the chamber hover, but I believe that cipher will get locked. From the side of Mei-Mei, it's a little bit more interesting. Looks like we're going back to like a little bit more of a 2023 comp look with this. Seeing that breach, we're probably gonna see that Sova, probably gonna see that Jet. Yes, we will. Looks like we're kind of getting a matchup of two different eras. Now we got that double duelist coming out from the side of Nightwatch. We got that more 2023 like slower yet explosive look coming out from Mei-Mei, and it'll be interesting to see what strats both teams have and what they both have cooked up for this match.
The only thing I'm a little worried about for Mei-Mei is how much they've changed who's playing what role. Like, Toph went from Senti to playing Duelist to now being on Initiator. And Nor went from Senti to Initiator to now he's on Smokes. So I'm really confused at how the roles are cooking on Mei-Mei's side. Almighty Master has been on the same role since the start. He has always been on that recon. But I'm just worried about how they're gonna like maintain everyone playing different roles and how like that might affect them going
I
forward.
mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. However, Nightwatch looks like to be going into an A hit here. Yoru's gonna look like to be the lurker. Sova looking
dark's
to pressure
bad.
towards the. Yeah, it is. We got 3 postured towards a lobby here. The rotate's coming out though very early from Mei-Mei. The read is completely wrong though. Nightwatch
Over there.
really put all towards a lobby. Almighty Master going into look like to hold short. There goes the recon from the side of Mei-Mei. Oh, they broke that trip. I didn't see that earlier. Smokes drop. Here comes the rotate. Here comes the side hit. Looks like we're gonna have a very chaotic hit. Almighty Master takes down Mori. Almighty Master takes down the Zero. The two who picked up. Soba taking down Glitchy.
Player standing.
Little Thighs takes down Soba. Almighty Master back on Little Thighs, and Yukio takes on Almighty Master. The 1v3 cannot be capitalized on for Yukio. That is a very good round from Mei-Mei to start off this defensive half.
This is the same kind of issues Nightwatch were having in the previous map. They know that Mei-Mei are going to be over-rotating. Mei-Mei over-rotated to start with, but then Nightwatch, they just telegraphed exactly where they were going. They threw that recon dart towards A long without any risk. They already had the line towards A. That recon dart did nothing but tell Mei-Mei, we are going towards A, and then Mei-Mei over-rotated, and they were able to hold the side.
While looking coming then towards Garage and C, there comes the rotate from Cypher. Looks like going to be joining Mori, and I believe that's I can't tell who that is. Yukio will take down Nor. Drops in. Soba drops in. Takes down Yukio. Glitchy takes down Soba in return. Glitchy takes down Toe. A 2v3, but Glitchy is very, very low from side of Nightwatch. Interesting choice on the lack of spam. And the spam comes back
We
through.
accidentally killed
Comes down
Glitchy.
Almighty Master. And there is the round for Mei-Mei. The body shooting. Might be a little bit of a curse for them, as they did proceed to drop a fair amount of rounds. Yes, due to the 4v5, but still a fair amount of rounds after that happened on map 2. And you know, it's a very standard anti-eco round. And the bonus coming in.
The only thing I'm a bit worried from Mei-Mei here is I want to see them get a little bit more aggressive towards this A space. And it looks like they are doing that this round. But I want to see how are they going to hold this C now. Because it's looking like a fast C rush from Nightwatch. So let's see, how do Mei-Mei respond?
The shock will break the site trip. Here comes the push. Here comes the play. And
it's a very bad hold.
Not much you can really do. Suppressed, vulnerable. I think the only thing you could have done there is get off site. Yukio will take the plant. That will be the Cypher ult online and ready. However, there is some chance of guns being taken out. This is the bonus. This is gonna be the weaker buy. Toph take down Mori. Toph looks like he is
Good kill from
forced up a
Toph.
Vandal. Almighty Master
He
takes down
didn't
UQ.
buy last
Little
round,
Five
so he
takes down
can
Sova.
do this. The
I don't know if
ISO
they expect
wrap
the
is looking
wrap
to be
from
very
ISO.
good.
Toph gonna stun towards Azura.
Last player
Azuro.
standing.
And oh, the aftershock just couldn't get fired off in time. Oh,
He's running
but
out
that
of
would be
bullets here.
That would be the round one for Night Watch. Really well played C hit. Very scary, I'd say, towards the econ at the end. This fight with Glitchy
He
will
is
drop. That is
confident.
Toph. That is scary.
He is not letting them have those guns. He wants to make them be broke this round now, and they will be. You know, the Sova has to buy Guardian. The Euro has to buy Guardian as well. This is going to be a very weak buy from Nightwatch. And the only thing I'm worried about here is like how Mei-Mei responded to that C-flush. The Cypher just kind of sat in the cam, and then he ended up like falling over and just instantly dying. There was no extra help to come and help him on the side. And that's what I'm worried about for the future. Can they hold down the C side? Yeah, it's just... Why is the Sova the one aggressing? And they win the fights, and the Sova's in a perfect spot here. This is... They are never going to clear him.
Enemy down. My
And they're ready to fight. But where's the breach gone? Never mind. They don't need the breach. So, like, that was a good fight from Mei-Mei there. I like how they fought that, but I just don't like where the agents were positioned. I'd rather the Jet be the one walking up and then the Sova supporting. And then the breach can be from short, sending his util to help. But it felt there that the Sova just got a fortunate timing into that corner. Then the breach and the Jet were fighting, but then the breach and the Jet kind of left after... before the Sova made contact, and the Sova, he did end up winning the fights, but almost cost them. No, they're just gonna go for an aggressive E-push. We just know Mei-Mei love getting this aggressive fighting.
Spike down mid.
And yeah, they just confidently, look, I'm gonna walk down mid, I'm gonna run you down. Exactly the same as last map. They're not afraid to take these fights. So moving on to this next round, I want to see how Nightwatch are going to adapt. What do Nightwatch want to do?
Thanks.
Are they going to fight towards A? Are they going to, you know, where are they going to bring these fights? Because they have to fight them. And they can't be scared. They need to take map control, whether that be slowly through like cutting noise, or just brutally fighting this. But they need to do something. And look, what I don't like from Nightwatch here is that they don't throw this smoke long. And they're just making it super obvious.
You and me.
Like, it's completely obvious that they're pushing because they're not doing what's called default util.
Time to jump.
They're not doing the same util every round. Which can then make the question mark of, are they actually committing to the space or are they not? But the breach is on site by himself.
Spike down
And they
A.
get picked off by the Cypher walk-up. This is looking good from Nightwatch, but the Cypher's over-aggressive here. Very risky. And dies for it. Well, it's only a 2v3. Well, what will Mei-Mei do? Can they get their way in? The Omen Blind is looking good,
Player standing.
but the cross is there well. Like, mic isn't working right now, so P10 so I can fix. Okay, Scorpion's mic is just gone. But I don't know if it's worth P10ing because I would like to go to sleep. But yeah, their Nightwatch, I just feel like they don't know how to properly use defaulting util. They rarely should be throwing some like set default util. Oh, we're gonna throw an Omen smoke long. We're gonna deny that the Sova the info, so then they can make a choice. Do we want to push long in the round, and do we want to fake towards the round? But Mei-Mei wouldn't know any different.
Already in the site, Euroclone coming out. taken it fully.
Spike planted.
Yeah, the hold from Mei-Mei is very questionable.
Holding
And
for
we are not playing
info.
together.
Backed off by
Last player standing.
the blind, and now it's just one player left to do it all. Gets the first,
Ace.
cannot get any more than that. Team ace for the attackers.
Need a drop. Thanks.
Mei-Mei do need to adjust here. They need to understand that they can't just let Nightwatch just take C like that. They need to have that backside smoke. They need to be breaking the dart, and they need to make sure Nightwatch are using a lot of util to actually take the site.
Put up some form of resistance there, I feel.
Yeah. But now they're just giving it up for free, which, you know, Nightwatch are going to abuse. They're just going to take it again.
Right. And looks like they're going for the something somewhat similar. I mean, obviously without the your ult for entry, but there's no one really holding the C site, which kind of feels like a mistake, because they're just gonna get the plant down.
They
Okay.
don't have to use
Nor-
that much utility to take the site.
Nor does get
exactly where.
so we get
It's
taken down.
very
by
aggressive
Spike
Cypher.
planted.
Does get picked off. But
And
if
it
you
does go
look,
down.
this is super good for Nightwatch. They have the site, they have the rewrap, and they're just gonna play long together.
Right. Oh, look at this rep. Should work absolutely
Oh, and now
beautifully,
the
and it
breach.
does.
Ooh, the flank.
Gonna try and get right past this.
Last player
Gonna try and
standing.
push the issue, but
Charging. We heard
it's just
it.
gonna spend so much time. And now he's kind of on an island here. Doesn't really have anywhere to go that's safe. He's gonna just try and push out into mid, and does get caught for sure.
This is very good from Nightwatch. They know the weak point. They know. Wait, they can't hold C properly. No one's breaking the dart on C. Therefore, they know. Okay, no one's backside. We don't need to use util to clear that if there's no one there. We need to have it. Like, the adjustment that I would call for Mei-Mei is have the Cypher on site. We can even commit double trip towards C if we really want to, like, hold it for now. And then we have whoever's playing Garage fast rotate into CT to double hold with the Cypher. And then the B player can go and pick up Garage
Standing
afterwards.
ahead.
And look at this, Omen holding the spike. He has his ult, and they're gonna try and poke and prod into C again, see how much is being committed here, and then possibly if they have an opening, they're gonna use that Omen ult to rotate, and they're gonna see that there is some form of resistance this time, and that's gonna make them decide, hey, let's go to A instead, see what's going on over here. Almighty is set up in a really good position, gets one, gets two,
Yeah.
cannot get the
Spike
third.
down A.
Has played there before, so I'm not too sure why we're not being more diligent with clearing that.
Yeah, positioning is exposed. Sees this floor trip, is gonna be able to break it. Does get scanned by the Cypher game in this very dangerous position. He's gonna get scanned and he's gonna get shot by this move. But he survives.
Oh, but we
He's
take
able to grab him in time.
And yeah, the ISO wins it, and this is the thing, we're a bit disconnected.
Spike planted.
The Omen was trying to flood there, but then everyone else wasn't with them. But the Jet Lurk is coming in nicely,
Remaining.
gets the nice kill, and they do sandwich them on the side.
Very nice.
But yeah, Mei-Mei Gaming, they win that due to a massive risk taken by the Breach. He walked out of the C long smoke by himself to instantly re-clear it, and that's the type of aggression Mei-Mei are looking to define themselves with.
I mean, they're just really striving with this aggression. They know how to use it properly, and it's working out pretty well for them so far. They were able to get map 2 with these coordinated fights.
Yeah, it's just, can we hold? We might be able to take, but can we hold? And that is still the question towards C, in my opinion, because we haven't shown that we can properly hold it.
It's more of a default setup here, but it is facing towards mid. Spike is down and spawn. They're gonna leave it there for a bit. They do have ult, so they can go back and pick it up at any time. If they, of course, that requires the Omen to be alive. So he's probably gonna hang back a little bit here.
I feel like the shield pop from the ISO is just a bit questionable. I feel like
early
we're
is
not
that?
getting really. We don't really get any value.
It's a bit
How
early.
I would like you to play ISO is you need to take the first contact, back up, and then pop shield to then refight and take that advantage. But you can only pop shield when they already know where you are. Because look, just imagine, right? We knew they were left side. Let's say we jiggled that, and then we pop shield, and then we took the fight again. But instead, we just pop shield super early, and instead of catching a timing and a walk up into B, we just give it away, and they're 100% ready for us.
Right. We are. Okay, Plant is already going down on the A side.
Spike
We
As you
planted.
have
said,
no space.
Mei-Mei are struggling to hold this. They don't have much space. You're entirely correct here. It's just this. You're sitting by the box. He's gonna have a tough time with this one being blinded. So much heat being dumped on him. And Konakai gets sprayed through the box. Or sorry, Yukio gets sprayed through the box by Konakai.
If you look on the mini-map here, look at the positions where the Nightwatch players died. Not a single one of them was in the back half of A side. And that was the problem. They let
There didn't take me for
Mei-Mei
space.
get out. Post-talking in the wrong chat. That's quite unfortunate for the Mei-Mei players. But if you just see, the Nightwatch players, they didn't take that backside control, and then it just gives Mei-Mei the easy flood onto the site. A is one of the hardest sites to retake in Valorant,
Holding those chokes.
and they don't hold the choke, so they just get out for free. And Toph,
Exactly.
ego fighting as always. He's just confident he's gonna win. On Breach, on Neon, doesn't matter. He's
Has
gonna
been
beat
winning.
you.
Toph just
He
takes
swings into 2.
He tries knockdown to
Oh,
23
yeah.
HP.
I wasn't looking there, but the garage has just been taken. 2 are dead already.
Back up. Hopefully this drone is gonna scan him out. He does get a glimpse. Oh, but Toph, no, just gets knocked down. Master doesn't get seen until now by Mori. Gets 1, and now it's a 1v4. So it'd be a very difficult one to pull off. Doesn't really have any utility either. Not that Cypher utility is that helpful in this scenario.
The only thing I'm questioning is why Mei-Mei chose to fight in garage. Because if you look at like the top tier, like tier 1 Valorant on this map, teams almost never fight in garage unless they're trying to catch a timing onto people splitting into C. Right? Because they fought garage, but fighting garage on defense is just really bad. Because if you give it up, you can just hold the deep window push. And if they push towards C, then you just hold back site C. So I'm just not too sure why we decided to fight it though.
This goes revealing area.
Who's next?
There they are.
Oh, please take our guns out against the Yoru ultimate. Here we do. But you see, look, Nightwatch, they have full site control. They've used 0 util to take this site now. Because they know it's so free. But the Jets flooded out. It's the same issue. They have no backside control. It doesn't matter that the entire site was free, but we never took backside control. And the Jet walks out with the hold smoke, and it's just over.
That Cypher ult showing the locations is also very punishing for Nightwatch. Soba's gonna get taken. 1v1.
And if we
here.
look here, this is a beautiful play from Nor.
And
He
what
does
a
give it
catch,
away,
what a
though.
kill, but
And yeah,
I don't know what the play was there coming from Nightwatch. Or from, yeah, just with that hold.
Switching sides.
But 7-5
I need
half.
this.
Nightwatch on the defense with that double duelist. It will be exciting to see how they play it.
I just like to point out there's a really good play from Nor there. He rotated to C because he knew the Omen had ult. And then when the Cypher notices the ISO's popped ult as well, they're both out of the realm.
Oh, this is a mess.
Both players that were were A long
is here.
were not there anymore. So the Cypher then walks up and he gets 2 free kills off the Omen cancelling their ultimate and the ISO coming out of their ult. Even though the ISO won their ultimate 1v1.
Keep in
He's
mind
just
as
ready
well,
for them.
on Lotus, Mei-Mei did have a lot stronger of a defensive half than their attacking half, even prior to the 4v5. So this game coming into the second half at 7-5 could go anywhere. C-Hit's going to come through. Mei-Mei, or Nightwatch, excuse me, look to give up the site. Mei-Mei fighting into garage late, Yukio will fall. The fight's still going into garage. They just want to take this space. They are going to take out many Nightwatch players. It is Glitchy and Lil Thighs left in the 5v1 now, 4v1. Toph falls, and so will clean it up.
This is just the same aggression. They're confident. They're up. They're gonna look to go up to 9-5 here, and this is scary for Nightwatch. They won map 1 of this series. They were confident going into Lotus, and then they got shunned and completely destroyed, and now going into this final map. A 9-5 scoreline is what they're looking at, and that is not... You can't be confident.
I want to see more aggression coming out from Nightwatch. They have this double duelist. They have the perfect comp to fight here, and they just seem to be playing so passively with it. The attack half and on that pistol round, it's just not much of a fight. Mei-Mei going to take a lot of space down towards long. She's not really even having a care in the world from the looks of it. Soba...
This is early ISO shield. It just gave him away.
Yeah.
He gets 2 on accident.
Toph getting 2. Mei-Mei looked to have this round secured. I mean, session can be canceled out, and yeah, just the run and gun from Nor. There's not much you can do here. Glitchy, 1v4, everyone full health. He's low, and the spam coming through the cage. There's just no hope in that round for Glitchy there. I hate to say it.
Like, this happens a lot with players when they're put on agents and characters that they never play. I can already tell Thighs never plays ISO on this map in ranked because he just gave away his position there. He was in the corner, he was ready to hold A, but then he decides to pop his shield, giving away that he's in the corner. Then he gets aftershocked, and then the jet just swings directly into him. That was a blunder from the ISO on Nightwatch's side.
And it was just these simple mistakes being very costly in the long round. Toast, what a kill. Thighs is going to take down Almighty Master. Azura will take down Connor Kai. There is a chance in this round. The 4v3 retake. A lot of utility on the board, though, for Mei-Mei. A lot of utility on the board as well for Nightwatch. 3v2 now. Glitchy, very low on HP. Thighs and Azuro, a lot higher. Thighs takes down Toph. Toph will take down Azuro in return. The suppress misses though. No, he didn't.
No, he's
Soba
low.
He's low.
The one he gets it.
It's just very, very costly mistakes coming through. The disconnected retake, the missed shots. It's just all coming together to give Mei-Mei these rounds, give Mei-Mei the confidence. And a team like this, I can tell you just from watching it, they take that confidence and they are not going to let go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a mistake from Nightwatch again, right? I played a very similar comp to this last season, and I drilled it into my Yoru's brain that when they're getting aggressive towards C, he needs to insta-rotate and then help his Cypher on site. And the Cypher just got ran over by himself there. Well, this is good. Nightwatch are here and they are ready for this aggression. And they've taken that deep C space so they know they can over-rotate. And it's looking good. They might win this round.
Nightwatch.
And it's very good from Nightwatch.
It looks like they have a little bit more of a handle on this. That eco round. Yeah, they will manage to take it. It looks like they did somewhat have guns going into it too, surprisingly. It is going to be 6. However, Mei-Mei's economy is not looking like it's going to be shattered that easily. And it does look like we are going to have a full rifle round here. We will. Actually, we might not, as Connor Kai might not be able to buy. But, oh, there comes the buy. Soba looking like he's going to go on the knives. And Reach ult online for Mei-Mei. Ice Wall online for Night Watch. Two very big ults, equally potent. It's really just gonna be what we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, they are
There's the
going
breach
in
ult.
here, but this is a
There's the-
miscommunication. The Omen's on site still manages to get off barely though.
There are only 3 knives left for Soba. This could get a little bit sticky if you can't find the kill. Oh, but he
Just to
grabs the wrong
keep the bomb
player.
going down. That's very good from whoever got caught by the ISO.
Nora's gonna take down Thighs. Mori takes down Soba, but Connor Kai takes down Mori in return.
And he
This
loses
is
the
not
ISO
looking
wall.
great. This just looks like a fatal fly. Azuro's not looking at the right angle. Nora's gonna take him down. And yeah, the stun's gonna come out, all the stall in the world. Does not look like Night Watch are gonna have a way back into this round, although I might be counteracting, I might be jinxing it. A little bit of damage for
Night Watch
Yukio.
are gonna save.
It does look like the save is gonna come through. Unfortunate round with losing that ice wall, losing a couple of really, really big fights, and just again, it's like those small mistakes that keep adding up.
I mean, Mei-Mei, they just have the confidence. They just know, okay, you know what, this round, we're not going to let them hold A. We are going to breach hold them, and we are going to send it. And I think this round comes down to Night Watch's retake just not being up to par. We ISO ulted one of them. That's when we should be calling to go in and flood. Then we lose the ISO wall, and then we're not together on our retake towards A, and it just ends up costing us. And now, if you look here, the Yoru, I'm not sure why Yoru is playing B. This is not how Yoru should be playing on this map.
No. And the hit from Mei-Mei, it looked like it's going to go in towards B. It looks like, yes, there will be the trip going down. Toph looking to take first contact here. No smokes yet, though, which makes me think it is going to be like a little bit of fake, and it does look like that is what it's going to be. It's looking like they're going to reclear it down towards A. Azuro is sitting with that judge in towards sewers, but it doesn't. I don't believe they're going to run down towards him, and they aren't. They're just going to avoid him. They know now. They know that he's in sewers thanks to that cipher ult, and he's just not looking the right way. Okay, he will be able to take
And he gets the kill.
3v3 now. A lot of very heads-up positions coming out from Mei-Mei right now. And the drone's going to tag him.
And he goes in.
There is. That's very unfortunate for Azuro. Flame coming through. They are expecting it, though. They might not be. It looks like Connor Kai's timing is going to be very good. Glitchy.
I don't know about this.
Yukio.
How's the Cypher going to get out? We just jump out and he wins the war.
That works. Left side. Does he expect? No, he did not. And
This late Cypher look, he has no idea. Oh, he does? He's aware? The panic though.
tags him once.
It's the stick
Running out of time.
Gets off.
And that is a very, very close round, but Connor Kai will be able to make it 12 for Mei-Mei.
Match point.
And if you're Night Watch here, you can not win the best. It's looking like it's a little bit scary.
This goes here.
It's looking like it's coming to the end here.
Mei-Mei
Night
look to have a
Watch.
very good hold on these Haven, on the Haven and the Lotus. They look like they are very confident in these maps.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask. I mean, if they end up winning this game, I'm gonna have to ask. One of them. Why did we decide to play Icebox double triple Sentinel?
Definitely a question on a lot of people's minds.
But look at this Cypher's positioning. He's in such a bad spot here. He ends up getting one, but that's not good enough. You need to have a decent hold on the side. And then the Cypher gets the pick and go.
Eyes will
You're just
fall.
not ready.
The Yoral mistimed. The Sobol is just
The
completely
Sova
okay. It will
is
kill
hitting
Sova.
nobody.
It will Sova. Glitchy will fall. Nor will fall as well. Connor Kai falls. Zero will fall, sorry. And that will be game. Toph getting the final kill on Mori. Very confident look in that double initiator from Mei-Mei, and that will be the series.
After map 1, I was gonna go against Mei-Mei in my pick'ems, but now this team looks
might need
strong.
to go for him.
This team just do not let these guys play Icebox.
Or do. Depends on how you wanna. Depends on if you're playing them or not.
Are we doing post-match interview or no? All right, we're here with Toph for a Paris match interview. He's just 2-1 Night Watch after 3 long maps, very long maps if you're counting pauses. So how you doing, Toph?
I'm okay. I'm glad we won that. It's definitely a little shady with all the tech pauses, but close it out in the end.
So the elephant in the room that I want to ask you, whose idea was it to run 3 Sentinels on Icebox?
So actually, we've never lost a scrim on Icebox, but today I don't know. I just had a really bad brain fog, and we just couldn't close any rounds out.
Because the way you played, like from watching, the way you played on the last 2 maps of Lotus and Haven, you guys were a very aggressive team, taking your fights. And then on defense Icebox, you guys just kind of sat back. You just kind of let Nightwatch take the space and you wouldn't contest them back.
It was kind of hard for me to like put the pieces together really quickly, so it took me a long time before I actually understood what was happening on defense. But at the end, I think we had an okay closing half on defense, but our offense was just shambles.
One thing I want to
Yeah.
ask is obviously you have your Omen DC towards the end of that Lotus game. Kind of what's going through your guys' mind when you know that you're playing that 4v5 and you only need one round to close it out?
It was mostly I was pretty tilted, and as an IGO, I think it was on my bad that I was tilted there. But I got calmed down by my players. They're like really good to me, and we managed to close it out. We managed to scrap up a couple ults together, and I found the right time to call it, and we made it work.
Another thing I'd like to ask is what is your role situation? Because we saw you there. You went from playing Senti to Duelist to then Initiator, and then Nor was going from Senti to Initiator to then going to Smokes. So like what is your roles? Who plays what?
So me and Nor are both very comfortable on most agents, and like usually I wouldn't be like if someone says they're flex, I like always like to fact check it. But because some of our players are like mostly coming from ranked, and like this is their first like scrim environment, they don't really have like a set agent pool other than what they play in the ranked. So like that's why we had a chamber on Icebox. Like we had to play around that. But once we have like the idea of what our composition is, our players like to like pick their agents, and then we can settle down in those agents.
Any other questions, anyone?
I don't got anything. I mean, well played from you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Haven game was pretty impressive. You guys looked like you had a really good read on Night Watch. Is there anything that was like just kind of you were thinking about, going in with a new player after the Lotus DC?
So actually, Soba is the reason that we actually had to have a sub because we had
Hmm.
a fallout during a scrim, and it just ended up being that way. So that's why we had to play with a sub today. But in the end, I guess he watched our matches and like felt bad or something, so he came in, and during the pause time, like between the maps, there was a player that was like really heated. So we all were aware of the situation in Twitch chat where someone was like cheering for the enemy team. So I guess you just want to prove that guy wrong. So it's definitely like an emotional driven game there.
Yeah, you guys clearly had a handle on things towards the end of it, and just a really impressive performance.
Yep, feels definitely a lot more solid on maps where we're aggressive.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing the interview. Solid game. Next week, do you guys already know your opponents?
We do know our opponents, and that's the next VOD review. Radical.
Radical. So they're going to be playing tomorrow. You're going to watch intensely for that game. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with Team Radical versus Zero Gaming. Thank you for the interview,
Zero.
Turf. Yeah, that's over to Parsnips.